Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be splitting some wood in my backyard. I got about a truck and a half's worth of firewood I collected. Before I start, I'm just going to do some trimming. I've seen a lot of snakes in the yard this week. We live probably only about 150 yards or so from a river, so copperheads and other stuff are kind of in game as far as in the yard. And I don't really care for snakes too much, so I don't like any surprises, so I'm going to do some trimming here. Right now I'm just using my Steel FS 91R. I've had that trimmer for about 2 years now, I think. And it's a good trimmer. It's a little heavy compared to like a more residential model. But what I do like about it is I can use some different blade attachments, which if you watch some of my original videos of brush cutting with the Swisher, my buddy Andrew in the background is kind of running the trimmer. But that's what I'm going to do today. I think all said in total, I had probably about an hour and a half worth of work. I cut some stuff out and sped some things up to try to shorten the video. So I have a couple other videos of this splitter. It's a 25-ton CountyLine splitter that I got recently. I think this is probably the 4th time I've used it. So probably about 5 or 6 hours worth of use total so far. Most of the video I'll just be splitting horizontally, and at about 21 minutes 45 seconds I'll switch it over to vertical. I have some larger rounds if you want to just see that. Alright, so right now I'm just kind of getting the splitter checked out, checking the hydro, checking the oil. As you could see a moment ago, what I've been doing so far is just using a large tote to cover both the motor and the hydraulic reservoir plug, for any rain. It's kind of a temporary solution. I do plan on adding on to a shed that I can actually get the entire splitter in, just to try to keep it out of the weather. Now, throughout this video, I'm going to have a couple questions, for anyone that may know or may have some advice. So stay tuned for that, and if anyone can get me an answer, it definitely is appreciated. All right, so the oil and the hydro both look good. If you have seen my earlier videos, one of the minor concerns I guess I had was that it was pretty low on hydraulic fluid from when it arrived. Supposedly the unit would have been ready to go, but I ended up adding about 2 gallons of hydraulic fluid to it. But no leaks, nothing like that. It's just kind of the way it came initially. Other than that, the thing's still brand new, but fires right up and works great. Alright, so one of the questions I do have for you all, and I did mention this in an earlier video, but I wanted to see what everyone's take is on oiling that beam. Like I had said before, a different video, previous wood splitter that I did have, the manual did call it out, and so what I use is just regular motor oil, just a little bit, not too much, just to help keep that lubricated. And usually after some splitting I'll add a little bit more, but I wanted to see everyone's thoughts. It's not in the user manual for this model, which did surprise me because I have seen it in my previous splitter's user manual. From watching other YouTube videos, I've only seen 1 or 2 people on YouTube actually do this. And there is a Lucas Grease promo video that actually does have the same splitter where they do cover that, but I just wanted to see your thoughts. If you have any thoughts on that, please comment in the comment bar. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let this video play out. Sit back and relax, and I'll come back a few times with some questions or comments. Alright, thanks. One thing you may notice while I'm splitting this wood, a lot of the wood is very different sizes. I got this wood from a sportsman's club. Talked a little bit about it in a different video, but We had several people running chainsaws that day, and we were just trying to get some trees cleared out, so you kind of get what you get. But some of the shorter stuff, regular size stuff, I'm going to use in my house, and there's some longer pieces throughout this that I'm probably just going to burn outside for like a bonfire, campfire in New York kind of situation. So as you can see here, if you're wondering what this is called a Fisker's Polkaroon. They're about 48 bucks. It's a pretty useful tool. I originally got it just for kind of helping to offload trucks of wood, which I think is definitely useful for that. I think it's also pretty good for stuff like this where you pick up two pieces and kind of, I was stabbing them from across the pile, you know, so I wouldn't have to climb over or anything. And it looks pretty good. You just swing into it, it sticks, and then you kind of just twist it and it pops right back out. So like I mentioned earlier, let me know your feedback on this. Just using just a little bit of motor oil. This is probably just the second time I put a little bit on, and I'm just trying to keep that lubricated. But very interested to see anyone's thoughts on that, if they do it, how they do it, what they use, so on and so forth. All right, thanks. So, question for everybody, and I thought this would be kind of a fun little game, but at the end of the video, I'm going to show you exactly how much wood I have left over, and I want to see what everyone's thoughts are on how much wood's there. What I'll do, once I have it all stacked, I'll measure it, and then I'll come back and we'll get a definitive answer. But I know there's a lot of different terms and ideas on like what a face chord is, or chord or whatever. So I'm just curious to see what everyone comes up with. All right, the rest of this video, I'm going to be splitting some larger rounds using the wood splitter vertically. And like I said earlier, these are pretty long rounds, some of them. Stuff I ended up with from the Sportsman's Club that someone else had cut. But so I'm trying to split her out vertically. It is nice for the heavier rounds. These are pretty heavy rounds, but kind of have a love-hate relationship with the vertical setup. It's nice because you don't have to pick the large rounds up, but I'd also rather be standing, using it horizontally. It's just a lot more comfortable. So the other thing I did want to ask everybody is, what level of throttle do you split wood with? What I've been doing is probably somewhere between 3/4 and maybe a little bit less throttle. I haven't fully cranked it up to full throttle. As you may be able to see, it depends on if we caught them in the speed up or not. But some of these larger rounds, it does struggle for a second. It does go through them, but I just really don't want to run this thing at full throttle all the time. But I also want to see what everyone's thoughts are on that, where they typically run their machines. Okay, I ended up splitting some more large rounds off camera. I just kind of cut them out to save some time. But like I mentioned earlier, I'm curious to see, if you could comment in the comment bar as to how much wood you think this is that's laying on the ground and already stacked. Once I get it all stacked, I'll go and measure it, and we'll know for sure. But I hope you liked this video. If you did like it, please like and subscribe. This is a newer channel, so we're just trying to develop content, and I find videos like this relaxing, so, these are the type of videos that I do like to watch. Thanks for checking out the video, and I hope you stop by again for some future content.